Welcome to Reread, where I'm rereading through the expanded universe in chronological order. We are on Book 3 of the Star Wars Episode 1 adventures. These are written by Ryder Wenham, and this one's called The Fury of Darth Maul. Now, this is the one book that has a connection to the EU. Of course, Ryder Wenham wrote Droids, the comic book series, for a long time, and he includes 3PX into this one. 3PX, we discover, is Darth Maul's droid. So Darth Maul is on a mission by Darth Sidious, because after the first two books, Darth Sidious appears at the very end, and he figures out that the Trade Federation is not gonna, fix this mess they've made. So he sends Darth Maul to clean it up. Now again, no mentions of previous missions, just that we're not ready yet to reveal our plans to the Jedi, which tells me again, this is months away, if not a year away from Episode 1. So again, I feel good about before lockdown, this is one of his missions. And so but this is the thing where I know it's after the Darth Maul series. The Darth Maul comic book series shows the Infiltrator, which he has in this one. Obviously he has it because we know in Episode 1 he has a ship. Now, Ron Mars introduced that ship in his series, so it had to happen after the comic book series for Darth Maul. But this is where I get where I've re-put it in my chronological order is before lockdown because of that. Now, he has 3PX. It's just a droid. His a little assassin droid. He has a restraining bolt on him. We really don't see anything about him afterwards, except that when Darth Maul goes to retrieve him, because he thinks 3PX may have died, because when Darth Maul gets captured, he goes to the assassins because he's going to take them down and take that fleet back. He finds out that Grodo the Hutt was responsible for stealing the ships from the Trade Federation. He wants to use those ships to set the Trade Federation up, like make them the killers with these ships. It's kind of odd, like a tangled web of deception on all sides. But that is not what Darth Sidious wants. So Darth Maul has been instructed to, recover the ships if he can, or destroy it all so that no one can have it. Now, Darth Maul is not as menacing as we're used to seeing him because this is a children's book. But at the same time, there is one part in it that doesn't feel very Darth Maulish. That's a word, I'm coining that one. But he sees I think it's called a dragon slug. It's a big old beast or whatever. And Darth Maul, he doesn't want to hurt it because he knows that it's just attacking because it doesn't know what's going on. He just needs to keep moving on with his mission. And yeah, it's a children's book, but why do you want to portray Darth Maul as someone who's not a cold-blooded killer? He is. I mean, yeah, sure, he's killing the evil assassins, but Darth Maul is evil in himself. And in any other book, Darth Maul would just chop right through him, He takes on a challenge, snarls at it, and then knocks it down. So that he wants to avoid hurting this beast because the beast doesn't know. He doesn't want to hurt the beast. No, Darth Maul would just chop right through that thing, right? That's the only thing I didn't like about this book, and probably the series. I thought was a little bit of a stretch. Again, it's a children's book, right? You're not going to have... Can you imagine if Joe Schreiber had written this? He chops it up. It takes bites of the flesh of the slug, spits him out, or force feeds the slug with his own intestines. I just think maybe they got the wrong author here. No, I'm kidding. Ryder Wenham did a great job, but I know it's a children's book, so I guess they didn't want him to seem too evil. But you can make him kill people in cold blood. That's fine. Anyway, that was kind of a stray from Darth Maul's character. Other than that, the book is fine. He's killing Bartok assassins differently, really ripping up the organization, explodes Grodu's ship, but gives him time to flee because Darth Sidious did tell him, I don't want you to destroy the Hutt, but definitely scare him. Put some fear into him. We'll use that later. So he knows he's been instructed not to kill the Hutt. So he lets the Hutt flee the ship before he destroys it. And he gives him a warning. Now that I understand. That had been set up before and I understood that. But anyway, he captures the ships. The Jedi don't know what happened to them. Actually, the meat of the story is Darth Maul. And then the before and after is to show that 3PX escaped because he sees the restraining bolt but no 3PX. So that's what sets up, I guess, 3PX and droids. And we know a little bit about his origin. And since Ryder Wenham wrote that, I don't blame him for connecting the two. I would have done that too. I would have thought, hey, maybe Darth Maul had a droid at one time. Maybe it was 3PX. I can make his history even cooler. So I don't mind any of that. The book is fun, In fact, this adventure is mentioned in the Life and Times of Darth Maul or whatever. There's the children's book that mentions all of his adventures from the EU, and one of the adventures they do mention is this one, which I was kind of shocked that they did. I remember reading through it or flipping through it a long time ago and only seeing that the first 2 pages were new EU, so I didn't get it. But the rest of it, I was like, oh, wow, they talked about the episode 1 adventures here. That was really cool. So that was neat that they got mentioned in there. Other than that, it's okay. It's an okay adventure. Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon are at the beginning and then at the end. At the end, they don't know who done it. Obi-Wan's still curious about how Adi Gala saved Qui-Gon's life. And they get a message call from Yoda saying, hey, there's trouble. You need to get home. Trouble. We need you at the Jedi Temple. So, of course, they're going to rush off to the next adventure, even though it is kind of part 4 of the ongoing adventure. Grogu the Hutt is upset. And, of course, the Bartok assassins are as well. And we'll see what happens to that next time in another video.